Okay, guys, I'm going to talk to you about a first home savings account. Okay, if you haven't watched the TFSA video or the RRSP video, I encourage you to do that if you get lost at any point along this way, because we're going to kind of be using those terms. Okay, a first home savings account is essentially the only time I have ever in my life seen where the government of Canada is giving you money completely tax-free, like 100% tax-free. The down payment of your house, you will have never paid taxes on that money, okay? And I think the unfortunate part is a lot of times that first home buyer, the first home savings account is geared towards younger people who just don't understand how much of our money goes to taxes, okay? So if you know how much we pay in taxes, you're very excited about this. I'm very excited about this account for young people, even though they don't know how powerful it is. So if you have a child that is 18, you need to get them in here so that we can open this account, okay? Even if we're only putting $25 a month into it, it's really important to get this account started, okay? So number one, with a first home savings account, you get $8,000 worth of room every year, but the account needs to be open in order for you to be accumulating that room. Okay, so that's really important. Number one, get the account open, even if you can't be putting a bunch of money into it today, because we want to be accumulating the room. Okay, so when you put money into a first home savings account, it goes into there like an RSP. You remember? In an RSP, we get our money, okay, we pay taxes on our paycheck. And then if we decide, I'm going to put a bit of money into my RSP or a bit of money into my first home savings account, okay, I'm going to get some of that tax money back, okay? So we're getting a tax deduction because we're investing in a first home savings account. Okay, so while that money is in the first home savings account, we would be absolutely silly not to have it invested, okay, because we can even put it into something like a high interest savings account where we're earning market interest, okay, not bank interest, market interest in short-term treasury bills, okay, which is a different language, but talk to me and I'll explain that, okay? So we've got money in there, it's invested, okay? So let's say it grows, it doubles, okay, one time. It's usually a shorter term strategy, so it only doubles one time. Even if we got half, we have a bit more money in there. Now we are going to spend this money, okay? We're going to use this money that we have not paid taxes on yet. And if we use it to put it as a down payment towards our first house, we never pay taxes on it. This goes to our home. This is completely tax-free. This is completely tax-free. We just got our down payment on our house 100% tax-free. Okay, that's huge because you can put in $8,000 every year. Okay, $8,000 every year for 5 years to a total of $40,000 that you can have completely tax-free. And so if you calculate, what's 30% of 40,000, that's essentially your tax savings if you're making a decent income, okay? So if you're still watching, you're a nerd like me. I'm like looking for my calculator on my phone. I'm doing this on my phone. I can't get my calculator out. So I'm not gonna, maybe I'll post it in the comments down below exactly how much taxes you would save, okay? So now, if you're a nerd like me and you're still watching this and you're strategic and you're like, how do I maximize this account, okay? You maximize this account by opening it right away. If your income is relatively low because you're a student, you're just starting work, whatever it is, if you're not earning more than say 20 to 30,000, if you're not over that where you're at least paying 20% on taxes, only contribute the minimum to this account for now. It does not mean, okay, this does not mean that you do not save for your down payment, okay? You still need to be saving that money for your down payment, but put it in your tax-free savings account, okay? Because now we're growing, the money is still growing tax-free, and we have our account open, so we're accumulating room. Okay, so now let's say, you'd only been working for the summer, you were going to university for 4 years, and now we're in the 5th year of our account and you're starting to work full time and you're making a good salary because you got trained and educated and you joined the workforce, and maybe now you're making $85,000 a year. okay? You're making $85,000 a year, and maybe you only have, $2,000-3,000 in your tax-free savings account. For easy math, let's say you accumulated $10,000 in your tax-free savings account, okay? Now, in this year that you're making $85,000 and you're paying 30% taxes, okay? We had all of our pens and we paid 30% taxes. When you take that money in your tax-free savings account, you put it in your first home savings account, you're going to get a $3,000 tax return, which then you can subsequently invest back into the tax-free savings account, which is going to get you a $333 tax return the following year. Okay? So strategically, we want to be contributing to first home savings accounts and RRSPs when our tax bill is higher, when we're paying a higher percent in taxes. Okay? So if that confused the heck out of you, good news, you're just like everybody else and you're learning a new financial lingo. And I can be difficult to understand because my brain just nerds out and down these rabbit holes. But here's the thing, okay? Reach out to me, send me a direct message, email me, call me, however, and just say, Bonnie, I want to talk to you more about that first home savings account. I'm intrigued. I want to know how it makes sense for me, okay? Because ultimately, you guys, I care about people learning about money, okay? Getting some proper strategies. And we are not obligated to tip our government, okay? If we can be more strategic with the way we save money, we're saving it anyways. If we can just be more strategic about it, we keep more money in our pockets than giving it away to the government, okay? So there's lots of really cool tips and strategies out there. First home savings account is one of the best. If you are a first-time home buyer or you have a child that's 18 that has not bought their first home yet, please reach out.